John Stathopoulos and Josh Phegan come together in an incredible podcast, Grow, Scale, Master.
An energetic approach to drive progress, master skills, build strengths and put the strategy back into rapid business and personal success.
Backed by real-world experience in rapid scaling to playing the long-term game of business, it's the story of all the lessons learned on the journey to mastery.
Be inspired, renew your energy and chase the future with Grow, Scale, Master.
Con, this episode today
That's a
is
cracker.
one of my favourites.
Mm-hmm.
Measure this, measure that.
Bit of this, bit of that.
I just got to ask you a quick question. What is the role of measurement in business?
Mate.
I didn't think that was a hard question.
No, it is because you can measure so many things, Josh.
But what is the role of measurement?
It's to give you insights. It's to give you the ability to be able to foresee or make changes at pace. What's your classification of it?
So I think about this. Back to Formula One, our favourite. So we're out there, Kimi Antonelli, doing well.
Yeah.
Why do you reckon he measures?
Yeah, he has to.
No, but why does he measure?
Why?
And it's not for accountability.
Yeah.
It's not for responsibility.
Yeah.
It's not to be like, I want to send it to my accountability buddy. No, it's not. It's none of that. And he's not measuring anything else. Like what he's measuring is for improvement.
Yes.
And so we measure to improve. I reckon we got the relationship all wrong.
Yeah, with what? With measuring?
Accountability, responsibility.
Yeah, it's all bullshit.
It's improvement, mate. Hey, I've got an accountability buddy. Like what?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you measure? Calls. Okay. Anything else? Connections. Okay. Anything else? No, just calls and connections. Did you measure appointments? and so what I found is that, if you think about, the unbelievable thing about design, and you're driving your car on the freeway, and all of a sudden you see the police are behind you. What do you look at next?
The exit to drive. I'm in Western Sydney.
Well, what do you look at next?
What? In terms of
the cops are now behind you. What do you look at next?
I'm looking at, are they for me? Are they for someone else?
I look at the speedo.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I adjust.
Yeah, I don't speed. I put everything on cruise control.
Yeah,
I've got no more points.
Make sure it's on cruise or foot off accelerator or brake.
Of course, yeah.
You see a little orange light coming in the bottom right corner. What do you know?
Yeah, something's going on.
No, that's fuel, mate. Okay, great. So, okay.
I don't have an expensive car like you, Josh.
Mate, come on, I've seen yours. Are you?
I get it.
But you told me you don't fuel it anymore. You get someone else to do that for you. But it was coming. I didn't know.
But I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So measurement's about improvement.
Yeah.
So literally, and if you have a look at some of the most incredible agents, how did I go this week compared to last week? How did I go this week compared to the same week last year? How am I going this month compared to last month? How am I going this month compared to the same month last year? And I have a look at that. I have a look at how am I performing January to December? How am I performing this financial year, July 1 through until June 30. And I'm constantly looking at comparison to see how do I get better all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do, but I don't.
Okay, well that's yeah.
So no,
it's conflicting.
I know, but I look at it and I go, well, June this year is very different to June last year.
Yeah, sure.
Market conditions are different. It's interesting.
Yeah,
but there's a reason why the rear view mirror is small and the windscreen's big. I look at market share.
Yeah, so you do actually compare.
Yeah, I do, but not so. I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's a consolidation of not looking at every piece of data.
Yes.
Okay, because what will end up happening is you'll get a store.
So this is what I'm trying to get at, though.
Yeah.
What's the number?
The key number?
So if you have a look at it, if you're driving the Formula One car, how fast are we doing the lap?
Yep.
And how does that compare to my competitors on the track?
Yeah.
And am I likely to get front of pole? And am I likely to be able to gain the distance to win the race?
Yeah.
And so literally, so you're making adjustments. To be honest, literally you're burning too much rubber. You're burning too much fuel, based on what you're doing. You're now at day 180 on this campaign. You're burning too much fuel in open home times to get this one sold.
Yep.
Does that make sense that
I tell you what I am measuring right now, Josh.
Yes.
Effectiveness.
Yes.
So, for example, our Blacktown office, really good stat, because I was looking at the domain reports the other day.
Yes.
We have only 5% of the listings market share.
Right.
Okay, which is a bit low for our Blacktown office, but we have 35.8% of the sales market share.
Wow.
I know.
Effective at selling them.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's more important to me right now than the listings, right?
And so when you're thinking about looking at numbers,
yes,
what do you look at when do you look at it? So I go to like cadence and rhythms.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, great. So early indicators, total listings on website, number of opens this Saturday, number of auctions booked ahead, like lag indicators, auction clearance rates.
Yes. Days on market.
Days on market, a number of buyers coming through opens.
Yeah.
And so that can give you an idea about what's actually happening in that. I want you to think that when you read the numbers, do you know what to do next? Mm-hmm. So a very simple exercise that I do with a salesperson is, okay, great. So let's go and have a quick look. How many sales do you want to make? 4. Good. How many listings do you need to get? 5. That's a strong clearance rate, 80%. Okay, great. How many listing appointments do you need to walk into? Oh, that's probably 8. Geez, that's strong, 66% conversion. How many market appraisals do you need to do to get a listing appointment? Well, I actually don't know. Okay, well, let's have a look at what happened last year. How many market appraisals did you do in order to win the listings that you got? And so the CRMs don't necessarily track listing appointments.
No, they don't.
But they do track market appraisals and listings won.
Correct.
So, but I need to know that win-loss ratio. So we've got to get better at that. And so then I start going at that and you start like really thinking, okay, cool, like we've got some clarity here. But then actually, let's go and have a look at the appointment numbers over the week. So there are 3 specific numbers that I look at for performance. So buyer appointments, market appraisals, listing appointments.
Maps, laps.
Now buyer appointments are really, really important, right? Because I'm getting offers, I'm getting buyers through properties, I'm making things happen. Market appraisals are amazing, like because you get to find out why someone would move. And I'm yet to meet someone who lists more than they appraise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a really, really important driver. And then how am I going on listing appointments? So if I see someone that weekly on a buyer appointment level gets 5 buyer appointments, never gets a market appraisal, never gets a listing appointment, it's because they don't ask, have you bought locally? What are your plans with the existing? If I get somebody who does 5 buyer appointments, 5 market appraisals, but never gets a listing appointment, it's because they don't ask the question, or what's the reason for the move? Or if you did sell, why would you? And if someone's getting 5 listing appointments, but never lands a listing, no good in the lounge room.
Yep.
So this is that whole idea that's not just a set of numbers. So when I say routine, now our system can automate that for you, but I love it when someone sends it through every Friday, because the discipline of looking at the numbers suggests that there's a discipline to adjust behavior.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So when you think about the early indicators, what are the warning lights versus what are the disco lights? So the warning lights, like, we're in trouble here. Disco lights, let's party, we're doing well. And learning, like, literally when it gets good, because the foundational idea is that, like, for some markets, they've had this unbelievable tailwind blowing them ahead.
Yep.
It's amazing. And in other markets, they've had nothing but headwinds.
Correct.
I've just done the tour of New Zealand. And I think that, New Zealand's an interesting one because they've nearly been in recession for 5 years.
Wow.
And are about to potentially cop an interest rate increase.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're in a tight market.
Well, population growth is an issue.
That's right. Yeah.
Well,
our government may have helped them with that recently. So with CGT, but yeah, I get it. I think, Josh, with you mentioned cadence and rhythm.
Yes.
Depends on what's the most important number or the most important thing that you got to measure.
Yes.
So, early on in the piece, I used to measure every single day GCI.
Yeah.
And then I realized that GCI is something that occurs in the past.
Yes.
It's something that I can't change.
Yep.
So then I started looking at listings. We needed a listings engine.
Yes.
So listings exchanges, unconditional versus under cool off, days on market, com rates, all that type of stuff. I think what I've been able to learn over the last, this is my 27th year leading teams.
Yeah.
Is what's the most important number for that person.
Yes.
So, for example, right now, for some people in our business, it's not calls, it's not connects, it's not BAPs, MAPs or LAPs.
Yeah.
It's offers or price reductions.
Yeah.
That's the most important number because, there might be some issues around vendor management or being able to, deliver news.
Yeah.
So I think we've got to be able to look at that and go, well, like, for example, our CFO in our business, it's just cash.
Yeah.
That's the number that he has to measure every single day.
He knows that you can't bank that.
You know what I'm talking about. It's cash at bank.
That's a sable business you got.
Mate, we're not here to participate. We're here to dominate.
Yeah.
But like, make it really simple.
Yes.
So where you're at in your journey, what role you're playing. It might be calls, it might be connects.
But for an agent, it might be 5 opens every Saturday.
Yes, that's exactly right.
It might be 5 opens every Saturday under 28 days.
Exactly, you get it.
So this is that whole key thing is that, like, sometimes you choose a metric. So I got one guy where the market's a bit quieter.
Yeah.
I said, best thing for you to do, up your buyer appointments next week.
Correct. Yeah. That's
more private buyer appointments. That gives you something to talk to the seller about. If you've got a seller who's a bit like, I don't want to adjust from price, get 3 buyer appointments through the property in the next 72 hours. tell me what happens to their desire.
Yeah.
And so that's that whole other thing is that like sometimes people just need to see some action.
Correct. That's exactly right. They need to know, that there's something's moving in the right direction. I think though as well, if you're not taking that time to work on your business, to actually work out what is the thing that I need to measure the most.
Yeah.
There's one that we haven't spoken about, which is energy.
Yeah.
So I'm into this big thing at the moment, this big theme, and you'll probably look at your newsletter and say that I stole it from you.
Right.
By the way, I don't even read it, so whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And
it says red receipt.
Damn you, Phegan.
Yes.
It's what's your performance code?
Yes.
What's holding you back from being able to perform at your optimal, not at the optimal, at your optimal?
Yes.
So what are you measuring?
Yeah.
So for me right now, it's I have to train every day.
Yes.
I've got to empty out the rubbish bin in my brain every morning to be able to start the day fresh. And I need that time for myself.
Yes.
It's what I'm eating. It's what I'm ingesting and listening to. It's all of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're nodding your head. Have you got something to say?
No, I definitely agree.
So,
but like I'm going to say, don't complicate. Like I'm going to say, and I think the great example of that, like social media reports, like there's 5,000 metrics.
Oh, man.
But what actually matters?
Correct.
And so what I'm going to say is that, like, literally, if there was one number that you could get so right in your life,
Yep.
it would be the number of human beings that you get to connect with in a genuine level every business day.
I completely agree with that.
And if you just focused on that, the rest of the numbers take care of themselves.
Agreed.
Experiences that rapidly shaped you.
Best in motion. I just realized I'm best in motion.
What does that mean?
So I love to have things to work towards.
Oh, yep.
I like to be busy. I like to be creative. I like to have my mind working on things.
Yeah.
And if I'm doing that, I'm best in motion.
Yeah.
Now, I can be out of motion, but it has to be very deliberate.
Yeah.
But I think that's an important skill.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. One experience that's rapidly shaping me is, and I can name companies, can't I? Like name and shame?
Yeah. Well, name and praise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not name and shame, but it's name and shame.
Okay.
American Express.
Yeah.
Have you dealt with them?
Yeah.
They are literally the hardest people on planet Earth to work with.
Oh.
Like literally impossible.
Wow.
For one credit card for one of our new entities, we have 22 different entities, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
we're a big client of Amex.
Yeah.
It has taken 7 weeks.
Yeah.
I kid you not, I reckon there's 50 voicemails
Yes.
and probably 100 emails
Wow.
back and forth for one entity.
Wow.
And then, do you want to? I finally cracked. I went, you know what? I'm going to blow my head up. I was like, hey, let's get this resolved. I've got.
Do you not have an account manager?
No, we probably do.
I've got one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not on your package, mate.
No, but who knows these? He just rings me.
Well, no, I don't. So listen to this. Well, it's Sarah. I found out it's Sarah.
Yeah.
And do you know what it was?
What?
So my email address is kons@mcgrath.com.au.
Yeah.
And it's also Stathopoulos@mcgrath.com.au.
Yeah.
Which one do we use?
Con S.
Oh, no, that's what they asked. Which one do we use?
Ah.
That was the delay.
Ah.
So the thing that got me interesting is how hard have we sometimes made it for a client to want to engage with us?
You should have just called me Con S.
Gosh, mate.
Something that's changing your view.
It's an always on world. I think that like the skill of the future, being able to switch out. Because I think that when people go on holidays, they're still in the same digital life.
Yes. Yes. You know what else I think with that too? I think people have forgotten how to relax, right? How to actually genuinely disconnect. How to actually, I was having this conversation with my barber and I was saying,
Oh, you got one, do you?
I do. I've got hair. You don't.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you know what I said? I go, well, like when was the last time you sat through a movie like on Netflix?
Yeah.
The whole way through. And he goes, Matt, I don't.
Yeah.
It's like, he goes, I've broken them down into like TV show segments.
Yeah.
I was like, is that because the
reels?
Yes. See what's happened to us? We haven't had the ability to genuinely disconnect.
But you got to start thinking that if your brain is trained that way by 2 hours and 23 minutes a day, then that's how you're going to be like interacting with life.
How do we untrain our brain to do that?
Put it down?
Yeah. What do you do?
Put it down.
Actually?
Put it down.
Okay. All right.
But like you got to start like really thinking about like the behavior for the type of person you want to become.
Yeah. That's a good one.